Hello YouTube, I'm Bigal1982 and this is the Movie Reviewers 100, the collab channel that brings you themes each week. This week's theme is Jack Nicholson week, a really great actor of his generation, been going on for many years now. The film I'm going to review this week is the 1980 release, brought to you from Stanley Kubrick, and a novel from Stephen King, and it is The Shining. Jack Nicholson stars in this film. Basically his character is a writer, and he takes a caretaker's job in a hotel that's shutting down for the winter months to come in soon, and he takes his wife and his son along. His son has a sort of power where he can see things that are not ordinary. Yes, he can see them. And yeah, this film for me, I just really love this film, especially watching it in October. Great suspense horror film. The basic plot line, say he takes his job, and it being isolated, the snow comes, and the spirits in the hotel sort of influences him to go on a mad rampage, trying to kill his wife and son. His son, who has the shining, he sort of sends a message out to the head chef who shows him around at the beginning of the film to come back and save him. There's lots of going on in here with the two girl twins in the film, really freaky. The scene where the blood comes out of the lift as well, really freaky scenes like that. The woman in the bath, who can never forget that woman now. It's just so many great scenes in this, iconic scenes that has, it's just lived up today. This film, say, come in 1980, and Here's Johnny quote has been mentioned a few times in a few films and spoofed. I know The Shining was actually spoofed in a Simpsons Halloween special, where they sort of basically took the whole plot line, and Homer was one who was going mad. And in the film, there's a great scene where Jack's sort of gone mad, and he's typing on his typewriter. Or he's been typing on it, and his wife finds the typewriter abandoned with like a script written out, or it appears to be, and all it says on there is no all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And in the Simpsons version, they had no beer and no TV makes Homer go mad. And it's just a really funny scene in there when Marge says, makes Homer go, and he goes mad. He goes, "Don't mind if I do," like that, and he just goes around that way. Whenever I watch The Shining, I see The Simpsons, which takes a little bit of edge of the suspense off, I suppose, because I see the comedy element into it. But for me, a really great story, driven by Stephen King's novel, great direction by Stanley Kubrick, and for me, if you want someone to play someone gone mad, turned into a psychopath, then Jack Nicholson was the man to do it back in the 80s. His performances over many years, he's done very similar performances where he's lost his mind, and he's the guy to go to if you need a character like that. As I said, it's a really great story-driven film, really some good suspense in the film. I watched the Blu-ray for the first time, and it really brings back some energy to it. And it's sort of when I've watched it on DVD in the past, I sort of miss things. They never stood out to me, but on the Blu-ray, they stood out to me for some reason. The little boy in it is freaky on his own, with his 80s haircut, which sadly I had at one point when I was a kid. But his jumper, the pillow jumper, and it stood out to me this time for some reason. Just really 80s. The hotel looks really good, very 80s. The carpet when he's driving along on the floor of the cars. The scene where he's going around in his little tricycle thing. It's just so many great iconic scenes in this film that I really do enjoy. One of my favourite horror films, as I say, to watch in October. And if you've never seen it, definitely go out, buy it, check it out. On DVD you can pick it up dirt cheap, but I recommend picking it up on Blu-ray. It sort of revitalised the film and brought it back some nice looking colours, and what Blu-ray does basically. But anyway, that's been my review this week, Jack Nicholson week, here on the Movie Reviewers 100. I've been Bigal1982. Hope you all have a great weekend, and go and check out The Shining. Yes.